Have you ever wondered what truly makes a man irresistible? Is it money, good looks, smooth charm? What if I told you that the secret to attraction isn't about what you have, but what you understand? Women, just like men, have subconscious triggers, hidden desires they don't even realize control their attraction. And most men have no idea how to recognize or use them to their advantage. In today's video, we're diving deep into 10 powerful psychological triggers that influence female attraction. Master these, and you'll change the way women see you forever. Before we begin, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more insights to master your life and relationships. Now, let's get started. 1. The power of emotional stability. Women are emotional by nature, not irrational, but deeply guided by feelings. Their greatest hidden weakness? The need for emotional certainty. A woman craves a man who is unwavering, someone she can rely on when emotions run high. When you remain calm under pressure, confident in uncertainty, and emotionally secure, you become her safe space. The moment you become reactive, moody, or overly dependent, attraction fades. The key? Be her emotional rock, not the storm. So how do you develop emotional stability? It starts with self-awareness. Recognize your triggers. What makes you anxious? What frustrates you? And what causes you to react impulsively? Once you're aware of these, work on managing them. Practice mindfulness, deep breathing, and emotional regulation techniques. When you learn to control your emotional responses, you naturally become more attractive. Another crucial aspect of emotional stability is consistency. Women are drawn to men who are steady and predictable in their emotional responses. This doesn't mean you have to be boring. It means that no matter what happens, whether she's upset, the world is chaotic, or challenges arise, you remain the anchor. This also applies to handling conflicts. When disagreements happen, a man who reacts with anger, frustration, or emotional outbursts only makes things worse. Instead, approach conflicts with logic and composure. Show her that no matter how intense the situation gets, you can handle it with grace. In relationships, emotional stability also means setting boundaries. A man who allows himself to be walked over, manipulated, or guilt-tripped loses respect. Learn to say no, stand your ground, and never compromise your values for approval. Women respect men who respect themselves. By mastering emotional stability, you become the one thing women desire most, a source of unwavering strength. 2. The scarcity effect. Want what you can't have. We desire what is rare. Diamonds, luxury cars, exclusive events, all valuable because they aren't easily obtained. The same rule applies to attraction. A woman is naturally drawn to a man she can't fully possess. If you're always available, always texting, and making it obvious that she's your only focus, she won't chase you. Instead, create space. Maintain a sense of mystery. Let her wonder about you. The less certain she is, the more she'll desire you. The scarcity effect works because of basic human psychology. People place a higher value on things that are not easily accessible. When something appears too available, its perceived value diminishes. This is why limited edition items, VIP access, and rare collectibles are so sought after. The same applies to dating. One of the biggest mistakes men make is over-pursuing. When a man constantly showers a woman with attention, she starts to feel like she has already won him over without effort. This removes the excitement and anticipation that fuel attraction. Instead, practice strategic detachment. This doesn't mean ignoring or playing mind games, but it does mean maintaining your own life, interests, and priorities outside of the relationship. Have hobbies, goals, and ambitions that keep you busy. When a woman sees that you are not always readily available, she will naturally start investing more in you. Another aspect of the scarcity effect is unpredictability. If a woman always knows when you'll call, when you'll text, or what you'll say next, the mystery fades. Keep her guessing, not in a manipulative way, but in a way that keeps her engaged and intrigued. Send a thoughtful message when she least expects it. Take a spontaneous trip, or introduce her to something new and exciting. Finally, understand the power of walking away. A man who is willing to walk away if he is not valued holds immense power. Women are naturally drawn to men who have options, who value themselves, and who do not beg for attention. If she senses that she could lose you, she will fight to keep you. By embracing the scarcity effect, you shift the dynamics of attraction in your favor. You become the prize, the man she wants, but isn't sure she can fully have. And that, more than anything, keeps her coming back for more. 3. Commanding presence, more than just looks. Attraction is about far more than physical appearance. It's not about being the tallest, the most muscular, or the most conventionally handsome man in the room. True magnetism comes from something deeper, your ability to command presence. This is what separates men who naturally draw people toward them from those who fade into the background. A commanding presence is the silent language of dominance, confidence, and self-mastery, and it has nothing to do with arrogance or aggression. It's about how you carry yourself, how you communicate, and how you make others feel in your presence. One of the most critical elements of presence is voice control. Studies show that a deep, steady voice is subconsciously associated with leadership, authority, and high testosterone levels. A man who speaks in a calm, measured tone exudes confidence. There's no need for unnecessary filler words, nervous laughter, or a high-pitched, uncertain tone. Women, and people in general, respond to certainty. They are drawn to individuals who sound like they know exactly what they're talking about. If you can cultivate a voice that projects calmness and control, you instantly stand out. Beyond voice, body language plays an essential role in commanding presence. Controlled movements, upright posture, and unwavering eye contact signal strength. Fidgeting, slouching, or darting eyes, on the other hand, communicate anxiety, insecurity, or submission. The way you enter a room matters. Do you rush in hesitantly, scanning for a place to belong, or do you step in slowly, taking in your surroundings as if you own the space? The latter is the mark of a man who is at ease with himself and his surroundings. Eye contact is another fundamental aspect of dominance. A man who can maintain strong, steady eye contact exudes confidence and self-assuredness. It's a silent way of asserting yourself. Avoiding eye contact, however, suggests nervousness or submission. If you want to be noticed without saying a word, practice looking people directly in the eye when you speak to them. But there's a balance. Staring intensely without breaking eye contact can come off as aggressive rather than confident. The key to all of this is composure. A commanding presence isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about effortless control. A man who walks with purpose, speaks with conviction, and remains calm under pressure is infinitely more attractive than one who tries too hard to impress. When you cultivate these traits, you won't need validation from others. And ironically, when you stop seeking approval, you naturally attract more attention. Women and men alike take notice of someone who is fully comfortable in their own skin. Commanding presence extends beyond social interactions. It influences how you handle challenges, navigate high-pressure situations, and carry yourself in both personal and professional environments. A man who is unshaken by external circumstances holds immense power. He is reliable, respected, and naturally influential. When you master presence, you cultivate an aura of authority that others recognize instinctively. You become the kind of person who commands attention effortlessly, not because you demand it, but because it is given to you naturally. At its core, presence is a form of self-mastery. It requires you to regulate your emotions, project confidence without arrogance, and maintain control over your energy. When you master these things, you become someone people instinctively respect and admire. It's not just about looks. It's about the energy you project. A man with presence is noticed before he even speaks. The power of walking away. One of the most powerful dynamics in attraction is the ability to walk away. Most men, when they feel a woman slipping away, panic. They chase, plead, or try to negotiate their way back into her good graces. But in doing so, they unknowingly destroy the very thing that made them attractive in the first place, their sense of self-worth. A man who can walk away signals strength. He communicates, whether verbally or non-verbally, that he does not operate from a place of scarcity. He doesn't see one woman as his only shot at happiness. He understands that his value does not decrease just because someone else fails to recognize it. And that is magnetic. The reason walking away is so powerful is that it forces a shift in dynamics. Most people instinctively want what they feel they might lose. When a man stands firm in his boundaries and refuses to tolerate disrespect, games, or inconsistent behavior, it signals that he is a man of standards. He does not beg. He does not tolerate being strung along, and that makes him incredibly desirable. Women respect and desire men who value themselves. The more you chase someone who is pulling away, the less respect they will have for you. Neediness is an instant attraction killer because it signals insecurity. On the other hand, a man who can calmly walk away, not out of bitterness but out of self-respect, becomes someone worth pursuing. This isn't about manipulation. Walking away isn't a trick to make someone like you more. It's about genuinely being willing to remove yourself from situations that don't serve you. It's about embodying the mindset of, I don't need you, I choose you. And if that choice is no longer mutual, or if you are being treated as an option rather than a priority, you have the self-respect to leave. What often happens when a man truly embraces this mindset is that the woman who was pulling away starts to feel the loss. Suddenly, the power dynamic shifts. She realizes that the man she assumed would always be available has options, and when a man has options, he becomes more valuable. But the real beauty of this principle is that it applies beyond relationships. It's a mindset for life. Walking away from bad jobs, toxic friendships, and situations that no longer align with your self-respect is the ultimate demonstration of personal power. A man who is unafraid to leave when necessary operates from a position of strength. He knows his worth and refuses to compromise it. Attraction is about perception. A man who seems desperate for validation will rarely be seen as valuable, but a man who remains centered, unfazed by rejection, and willing to walk away when necessary becomes someone others naturally want to be around. Because at the end of the day, the most attractive man is the one who knows he is enough, with or without anyone's approval. Walking away is the ultimate test of confidence. It is an act of self-assurance that says, I am not dependent on any one outcome. It is the ability to move forward without fear, knowing that you will always be just fine on your own. That level of certainty is rare, and it is what sets truly powerful men apart from the rest. 5. Purpose over pleasure. The man with a mission. A man with purpose is unstoppable. His drive, ambition, and vision for something greater than himself make him magnetic, not just to women, but to the world. Purpose fuels his every action, giving him direction and discipline, making him a leader in his own right. A man on a mission does not waste time on meaningless distractions Because he understands that time is his most valuable asset. He is driven by an internal force that propels him forward, keeping him focused even in the face of setbacks. Every decision he makes aligns with his long-term vision, ensuring that he remains on the path to greatness. Too many men fall into the trap of making a woman their ultimate goal. They build their lives around her, placing her on a pedestal, hoping that by making her feel like the center of their world, she will reciprocate with undying affection. But this approach backfires. A woman does not want to be a man's sole purpose. She wants to be part of something greater. When a man focuses entirely on her, he loses his sense of individuality, his ambition dulls, and his drive diminishes. Instead of admiration, he fosters resentment. Women may initially appreciate the attention, but over time, they begin to sense the lack of challenge and excitement that comes from a man who has sacrificed his greater ambitions for their relationship. Women are biologically wired to be drawn to strong, capable men who can provide and protect, not just in a material sense, but in an emotional and psychological one. A man with a vision exudes confidence and stability, which are inherently attractive qualities. His mission gives him a sense of fulfillment beyond any relationship, making him independent and self-sufficient. This self-sufficiency paradoxically makes him more desirable because he does not need validation from a woman to feel whole. Instead of seeking completion in a partner, he finds completeness in his journey and allows his relationship to enhance rather than define his existence. Furthermore, a man who relentlessly pursues his goals cultivates a growth mindset. He embraces challenges, learns from failures, and continuously strives for self-improvement. He becomes the kind of man who naturally attracts high-quality women, not because he chases them, but because he is so focused on his purpose that they are drawn to his energy. His dedication to his craft, business, or personal development makes him intriguing and inspiring. Women are naturally attracted to men who can challenge them intellectually and emotionally, and a man on a mission offers this challenge effortlessly. The key takeaway here is simple: chase excellence, not women. When you dedicate yourself to a higher purpose, everything else, including romantic success, falls into place. Women admire and respect a man who knows where he's going and refuses to be derailed by fleeting pleasures. If you make pleasure your priority, you will always be chasing something external, never feeling satisfied. But if you prioritize purpose, you build a life so compelling that the right people naturally gravitate toward you. Purpose provides a foundation that no fleeting relationship or external validation can shake, making you resilient and truly powerful in all aspects of life. 6. The paradox of controlled vulnerability. There is a fine line between strength and coldness, between openness and neediness. Many men struggle to find the balance, either shutting off their emotions entirely or oversharing in a way that diminishes their presence. The key to mastering emotional intelligence in relationships is controlled vulnerability, the ability to share without seeking validation, to be open without appearing weak. True strength is not found in emotional repression, but in the ability to navigate emotions with awareness and maturity. Women do not want an emotionless robot. A man who is entirely closed off can seem distant, unapproachable, and incapable of deep connection. However, they also do not want a man who constantly unloads his emotional burdens, making her feel like she is responsible for his well-being. The most attractive men understand how to navigate their emotions with composure and self-awareness. They do not suppress their feelings, but they also do not let their emotions control them. Instead, they master the art of self-expression in a way that builds connection rather than dependency. Controlled vulnerability means sharing your struggles from a position of strength. It means being honest about your challenges while demonstrating that you are actively working through them. For example, instead of saying, "I feel lost and I don't know what to do with my life," a man with controlled vulnerability might say, "I've been facing some challenges, but I'm taking steps to overcome them." The difference lies in framing. One seeks reassurance, while the other exudes resilience. Women respect and admire men who acknowledge their struggles without wallowing in them. This balance creates emotional depth without compromising masculinity. A man who reveals himself gradually without losing his sense of self becomes magnetic. He creates an air of mystery, just enough to intrigue a woman, but not so much that he becomes inaccessible. Women want to feel included in a man's emotional world, but they do not want to feel like his therapist. When a man knows how to express his feelings in a composed, confident way, he fosters deeper connections without sacrificing his strength. He maintains his composure under pressure, demonstrating that he is both emotionally aware and resilient, which makes him even more attractive. Moreover, controlled vulnerability builds trust. It shows that a man is secure enough in himself to be honest, yet emotionally mature enough to handle his own problems. This balance makes him reliable, attractive, and compelling. A woman respects a man who can face adversity head-on without crumbling under the weight of his emotions. She appreciates a partner who is emotionally available but not emotionally dependent, someone who can offer support without demanding it in return. In the end, the paradox of controlled vulnerability is about maintaining emotional control while allowing glimpses into your inner world. It is about showing strength in your struggles and resilience in your revelations. When mastered, it becomes one of the most powerful tools a man can wield in relationships, fostering deep connection while preserving the essence of masculine composure. A man who understands this balance becomes not just attractive, but truly unforgettable in the eyes of those who value depth and strength. 7. The strength test: why women challenge you. Have you ever been in a situation where a woman suddenly questions your opinion, pulls away emotionally, or even starts an argument over something trivial? If so, you might have wondered, why is she doing this? What did I do wrong? The answer lies in what's often called a strength test, an unconscious way women determine whether you are truly the confident, self-assured man they are attracted to. Why do women test men? Women only test men they are interested in. If she didn't care about you, she wouldn't bother challenging you at all. When a woman throws a test your way, she's not being difficult just for the sake of it. She's instinctively checking to see if you're the kind of man who can handle pressure. A strong, self-assured man is naturally attractive because he can provide emotional and psychological stability. Attraction is not just about looks, money, or status. It's about the energy you bring into interactions. If a woman can shake your confidence easily, it suggests to her that you are not as self-assured as she initially thought. On the other hand, if you remain calm and unbothered, she will respect and desire you even more. Common ways women test men. Challenging your opinions. She might ask, "Are you sure about that?" Or say, "That's not true." This isn't about whether she actually disagrees with you. It's about seeing how you react when your confidence is put on the spot. Acting distant or cold. Suddenly she might become less responsive, take longer to text back, or seem uninterested. She's testing to see if you become needy or insecure. Bringing up other men. She might casually mention an ex or another guy who's interested in her, just to see if you react with jealousy. Starting small arguments. She may bring up something insignificant and turn it into a discussion just to observe how you handle conflict. Ignoring your messages or calls. If she goes quiet for a while, she might be seeing if you panic or keep your cool. testing your boundaries. She might push your limits to see if you stand up for yourself or cave in. How to pass the strength test. The key to passing these tests is emotional control. Women are drawn to men who are stable and unwavering. Here's how to handle them effectively. Stay calm. If she challenges your opinion, don't get defensive. Hold your ground with a relaxed demeanor. Laugh it off. Humor is one of the best ways to neutralize tension and show confidence. Maintain your frame. If she acts distant, don't chase. Keep being yourself and let her come back when she's ready. Be playful. Instead of getting offended, tease her in a light-hearted way. Don't over-explain. If she questions something about you, answer briefly, but don't justify yourself excessively. Lead the interaction. Confident men don't get sidetracked by tests. They continue guiding the conversation with certainty. When you pass these tests, her respect and attraction for you will grow. If you fail by becoming overly emotional, defensive, or insecure, she will lose interest. Remember, the test is not a conscious attack. It's a natural way women filter out weak men from strong ones. 8. Confidence in the face of rejection. Rejection is one of the biggest fears for most men. Whether it's approaching a woman, asking for a date, or even trying to take a relationship to the next level, the possibility of being turned down can feel like a blow to the ego. But here's a truth that separates confident men from the rest. Rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's simply part of the process. Why confident men handle rejection differently. The way a man handles rejection speaks volumes about his self-esteem and overall attractiveness. Most men take rejection personally. They see it as a statement about their inadequacy, leading to feelings of self-doubt and insecurity. In contrast, confident men view rejection as nothing more than a natural part of life. They understand that attraction is subjective and that one rejection doesn't mean they aren't desirable. Women are highly attracted to men who can handle rejection effortlessly. Why? Because it shows that he is internally validated. He doesn't need approval from others to feel good about himself. This kind of mindset creates an aura of strength and mystery that women find irresistible. How to handle rejection like a high-value man. Smile and move on. When a woman turns you down, instead of looking disappointed or angry, just smile and say, "No worries, have a great day." This shows that you are unbothered and confident. Don't seek validation. If you try to argue, beg, or justify why she should give you a chance, you instantly lower your value in her eyes. See it as a numbers game. Not every woman will be interested in you, and that's fine. The more comfortable you become with rejection, the more attractive you appear. Never get bitter. Some men respond to rejection with resentment, making statements like, "You'll regret this," or "You don't know what you're missing." This only makes you look weak. Instead, remain cool and indifferent. Keep a positive mindset. The more rejection you face, the more you grow. Each rejection brings you closer to finding someone who genuinely appreciates you. Reframe rejection as experience. Every interaction is a chance to practice social skills and self-improvement. Don't let it affect your mood. High-value men don't let a single rejection change their confidence or outlook. Use rejection to improve. Sometimes rejection is feedback. Learn from it and refine your approach without taking it personally. Rejection is an opportunity, not a failure. Many men mistakenly believe that rejection is a sign of failure. However, confident men see it as a learning experience. Every rejection makes you more resilient, more experienced, and better at handling future interactions. Women are weak for men who carry themselves with an unshakable confidence, even in the face of rejection. When a man can take rejection gracefully, he becomes more attractive because he signals that he has options. Ironically, the men who fear rejection the least tend to face it the least, simply because their energy and confidence naturally draw people toward them. At the end of the day, rejection is not a barrier, it's a stepping stone. The more you embrace it, the stronger, more confident, and more desirable you become. 9. The mystery factor. Keep her guessing. Predictability kills attraction. If a woman always knows how you feel, when you'll text, and what you'll do next, the chase is over. It's human nature to desire what feels just out of reach. If something is easily obtained, it loses its value quickly. This is especially true in relationships. When a woman can predict your every move, her curiosity fades, and with it, her attraction. But if you introduce an element of mystery, she stays intrigued, engaged, and emotionally invested. Keeping a woman guessing doesn't mean playing games or being manipulative. It means maintaining a sense of unpredictability that keeps her on her toes. This could be as simple as not always replying to messages immediately or planning spontaneous activities instead of falling into a routine. The goal is to cultivate a dynamic where she doesn't take your presence for granted, but instead actively seeks it. The more unpredictable and unique you become, the more fascinated she will be. One way to maintain mystery is by being unpredictable with your communication. If she always expects you to reply instantly, she never has time to wonder about you. Take your time. Let her think about when you might respond. This subtle shift can make a significant difference in how much mental space you occupy in her mind. Instead of seeming too available, you appear busy, engaged, and in demand, all of which increase your perceived value. By doing so, you position yourself as someone with an interesting and fulfilling life, rather than someone who is simply waiting for her attention. Another way to cultivate mystery is by not revealing everything about yourself all at once. Many men make the mistake of oversharing too soon, thinking that full transparency equals intimacy. However, real intrigue comes from gradual revelation. Let her discover new things about you over time. Drop hints about your passions, past experiences, or future aspirations without explaining everything in detail. This way, she has something to look forward to, a reason to stay invested. By maintaining an element of secrecy and allowing curiosity to build, you create an emotional investment that keeps her engaged. Additionally, living an exciting, unpredictable life naturally makes you more mysterious. If your routine consists of the same daily activities, it won't take long for her to figure you out. But if you're constantly evolving, trying new things, and pursuing new goals, she'll always feel like there's more to learn about you. Being a man of depth and adventure keeps attraction alive. When you show her that there is always another layer to uncover, she will feel drawn to you in a way that is hard to explain. Mystery isn't about deception. It's about creating an experience that keeps a woman engaged. When she never quite knows what you'll do next, she'll always be excited to find out. Keep the balance between interest and unpredictability, and she will never lose that spark of curiosity that fuels attraction. 10. The ultimate power, self-control. The most attractive trait in a man? Discipline. In a world where instant gratification rules, self-control stands out. Most men are controlled by their desires, chasing women, seeking approval, and letting their urges dictate their actions. But the man who masters himself masters everything around him. A man with discipline does not seek validation or approval. He remains steadfast in his journey, unaffected by external pressures. Women are drawn to men who possess a strong sense of purpose and control. When you demonstrate self-discipline, you signal that you're a man of value, someone who operates on his own terms rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions. This distinction makes you highly desirable. Unlike those who are emotionally reactive and constantly seeking reassurance, a disciplined man radiates confidence and assurance. He doesn't need external validation to feel secure. He creates his own. A man who lacks self-control is often impulsive, needy, and desperate for validation. He texts too much, chases too hard, and ultimately repels the very thing he desires. On the other hand, a man who exercises restraint sends a powerful message. I choose my actions consciously. This creates a natural magnetism that draws women in. When you are in control of yourself, people naturally gravitate toward you, sensing a rare strength that is hard to ignore. One of the most profound ways to exhibit self-control is in your pursuit of women. Instead of making them the center of your world, prioritize your goals, health, and personal growth. When a man is truly focused on bettering himself, he doesn't have time to obsess over whether someone texts back or validates his existence. Ironically, this very detachment makes him more attractive. Women can sense when a man is self-sufficient and emotionally independent, and they are drawn to it. They want a man who chooses them, but does not need them. Someone who enriches their life rather than depends on them for fulfillment. Self-control also extends to how you handle emotions. Many men react impulsively to situations, especially when dealing with women. They get frustrated if they don't receive immediate attention or become overly emotional when things don't go their way. But a man who remains calm, collected, and in control of his reactions exudes strength. This emotional stability makes women feel safe and secure, deepening their attraction. When you are the calm within the storm, she will naturally seek your presence for stability and comfort. Discipline in other areas of life, such as fitness, career, and personal growth, further reinforces this power. A man who wakes up early, follows a workout routine, and diligently works toward his ambitions displays a level of mastery that is rare. This dedication translates into every aspect of his life, including relationships. Women admire men who have their priorities in order, not those who drift aimlessly. Focused men are attractive because they know where they are going, and that certainty is captivating. Ultimately, self-control isn't just about resisting temptation, it's about choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification. When you cultivate discipline, you command respect, admiration, and deep attraction from women. They don't just want you, they need you because you embody something rare, a man who is truly in control. You set the standard, and by doing so, you become irresistible. Attraction isn't about tricks, it's about self-mastery. Strength, purpose, and discipline are what set you apart. When you cultivate these traits, you won't have to chase women. They will naturally gravitate toward you. So, stop focusing on what you can do to impress others and start focusing on becoming the best version of yourself. When you do that, everything else falls into place. The world follows those who lead themselves first. If you found this valuable, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on mastering life and relationships. Until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, and never chase.